Top Boy actor Michael Ward raped woman in car, court told. A court has heard that award-winning Michael Ward allegedly raped and SA'd a woman shortly after meeting her in a bar in London in 2023. The 28-year-old actor, known for his starring roles in the film Blue Story and Netflix series Top Boy, is accused of carrying out the alleged attack in a car. In a police interview played to jurors on the first day of his trial at Snarebrook Crown Court on Monday, the woman said she felt numb and scared during the alleged assaults, adding that she remembered wanting it all to be over. He denies 2 charges of rape and 3 counts of SA, and has said all activity between the pair was consensual. The alleged victim said that she met the actor at a party at a nightclub in North East London. Jurors were told she knew Ward had been in films and on TV and felt flattered when he asked for her Snapchat handle. She was asked to accompany him to his friend's Mercedes where they kissed, and the woman consented to him touching her intimately, the trial heard. The court heard the actor then invited the woman and her friends to an after party at a different location. It was in a car near the second party where it is claimed the actor raped and SA'd the woman. In her interview, the alleged victim said, "I tried to leave the vehicle and he told me to close the door." After being arrested, Ward, who appeared in court on Monday in a blue shirt and burgundy tie, told police in a statement, "I deny the allegation of rape. I want to put on record that we had consensual foreplay and consensual sex." The Jamaican-born and London-raised actor won BAFTA's Rising Star Award in 2020 after making his name by playing gang leader and drug dealer Jamie in crime series Top Boy and Marco in Blue Story, a story of rivalry on South London streets. The trial continued. You guys remember when I did a video on this channel, yeah, about Michael Ward, like last year, like a year ago or the year before that, I can't remember. I want to say it was last year or something. But cause I remember when he got caught up, I literally did a video on it where he got caught up in the case that he's going on now. So his trial continues. So before I did a video when it first kind of came out about him being caught up in a serious allegation involving what I just read in terms of like rape and SA that I read at the start of the video, and now I've seen further details obviously come out. Now we can't comment too much about it yet, but because the reason why we can't comment too much about it, because at the end of the day you got to be careful. We don't want to like influence the trial and everything. You got to be a bit mindful. So social commentators have to be quite careful with what they say and stuff. But obviously I'm just reading the article as you saw, which was a BBC source. Now I saw something online with a bit more details. Now this is not about whether I think he's done something or not, but I think regardless of what, well, not regardless of what happens, because at the end of the day, if you did something, if you did it, you're a scumbag, innit? Like, and I hope he hasn't. But then at the same time, I hope that the girl wouldn't be making up something like this, innit? It's a bad outcome either way. If he didn't do it, the girl's lying, she's a scumbag. Because I would like to think that the girl didn't do something like that, because it's not good for her. It's not good for like other women that are genuine victims. But at the same time, I don't want him to have done something, because you can't, you know what I mean? We can't support people like that. So it's bad either way. Now, obviously we don't know the girl, so let's go on Michael Ward's case, because he's the one who's in the public eye like that. I think regardless of the outcome, his reputation's kind of tainted, man. I think there's been quite a few cases. I haven't done the videos on it, but then there was a whole thing with someone called LV General, who's in trouble as well with the law now for basically the same kind of offences, or under the territory of rape, SA. It's mental, man, and it's coming like a bit of a pattern. Like so many of these things are coming. I don't know what is going on. Like we're in an era like so many, even in football, the amount of people that are coming out with allegations left, right, and centre. I'm just thinking to myself, let's just go on the angle that certain people didn't do it, man. I think that we got to take some lessons in terms of how we are moving, man. Like people, I see, there's a lot of people. There's 3 people that I watch that I'm big them up, and I watch their channels. I do like their channels. Now a lot of people say, oh well, now we're past the era of now just hooking around and just going from one girl to another, playing around here, there. Now if you're in that, if you've got that kind of reputation, now he's got to be with one real one and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know about that, man. I hear the logic in one way because you want to protect yourself, but it's like, are we not entitled in one way to make a choice of how we live our life, as long as we're not breaking the law and we're doing everything ethically and morally and legal? In terms of, like, for example, I think it's hard. I get the logic. You want to protect yourself, and it makes sense in a way, but at the same time, like, for example, I wouldn't want to feel like I have to only be in a relationship just because I happen to have a certain position, in case some crazy person out there wanted to destroy, man. Because it's like, because here's the thing, man, it's not foolproof whatever way you want to look at it, because you get people that are in relationships that get accused of things as well. So it's not just people that do one night stands, or they met the girl that day, or on a one-off thing, or in a club or something, man. It's not as simple that, but I get the logic from respectable other, like, YouTube channels and content creators, man. But yeah, man, but I think there is some lessons, man. You've got to get some contracts signed in. No means no. I ain't saying too much really that's different. All I'm doing really truly, the only thing is just saying, like, look, update, the trial is continuing, watch this space. I'm not really saying too much, but what I would say is, like, what lessons can really be learned from these kind of things for guys going forward, because there's so many of these cases coming out now. So just from a statistic point of view, surely there's going to be someone that is guilty that has done it. Like, come on, let's get the law of averages up. But then there's going to be some people that are not guilty, and it's not about whether I don't know who's guilty and who's not guilty, but obviously the ones that are not guilty, what lessons can we be learned from? Like, listen, if you're guilty, you're wrong, and it's got nothing, like, it doesn't apply to you, because you do badness because that's your character, isn't it? You're bad breed. But the ones that are not guilty, that find themselves in these very bad predicaments, we got to start thinking about how do we protect ourselves. Get contracts signed. I know it's not as, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's not as simple. Look, it's bad, man. We're in a very bad time, man, for these kind of things, because it's not coincidence. So many of these things are coming out now, man. But then, man, I can't lie, man. Some of the people, some of these guys, man, you're moving mad. You must be moving mad, because now in her case, she's saying that something was agreed to, the foreplay, but then it's like, stop doing here. The moment she says stop, you have to stop. Now, obviously, in the moment, if you was agreeing to do something and you say stop, and then you may say, oh, come on, and she says stop, you stop, innit? Like, you know what I'm saying? You kind of have to just stop. Obviously, you have to stop in it, man. Like, that's what I gotta say on that, man. You gotta stop in it, because you just gotta protect yourself, man. In this day and age, man, you just don't know who's who. There's some wicked people out there, man. Some people out there I'm talking about for the people that are not guilty, that find themselves in these stupid predicaments, these very bad predicaments. If your name's getting dragged through the mud, and you know you didn't do anything wrong, I mean, it's a tough one, man. I don't like doing these kind of topics, man, because it's like, I find them very, very quite, I just don't think there's a one simple answer, because at the end of the day, someone can say you did something that you didn't do, and at the same time, some of you guys probably have done things in it, like, you've done wrong in it. So I don't really like doing these kind of topics. I think there's no winners in this kind of thing at the end of the day. But my point is, the trial has continued. He's denying it vehemently that he's not doing anything, and I think whatever happens is his reputations won't be the same, because again, like, there's people that say there's no smoke without fire, and then some people will say, well, you know, it's like, best case scenario is, the only thing I think is a bit flawed with, like, again, I get the logic, but it's still flawed in a way. To say that, oh, get with woman, that's real. Well, what if you came into this thing, you was already single when you was on your come up? Or two, you don't really know who's who. Because she said that, for example, in the article, again, forget their situation personally, but she said, oh, I heard of who he was and I was flattered. Now, how do you know that she's legit and she's not like there for a come up herself, or I mean a come up to get, I don't know, boost her profile or get something out of you financially wise? Because, do you know what I'm saying? You don't know who's who. So I understand in one sense why some of these guys will just cheat around. Like, I get why it happens, innit? Because if you got guys that are not known like that do that. So let alone someone that's in the public eye, you don't want to be taken for a ride. You're not trying to get got out here. So you want to make sure that, well, I don't know how solid you are. I don't know what you're about. So at the end of the day, I still got my needs. So why shouldn't I do? I'm still human like the next man. The only difference is I've got a higher profile. That's all. So I get it, but it's difficult. I think the ideal scenario is, again, it's not imperfect, but a lot of us at the same time are past the point of meeting a childhood sweetheart from the age of, like, I don't know, 12 or I'm saying a random age, or okay, let me say 16. And then you grow together, and bro, that's not everyone's fairy tale story. That's not most people's fairy tale storyline anyway. So it's not as simple as that. But if it can be done, I would encourage it. But it's like, it's not as simple. And we're in 2026 as well, man. Come on, man. Like, we're in a very fickle time span, very throwaway society as well. So, but yeah, man. Like, comment, and subscribe, and you also give your thoughts down below. Again, wasn't going to be a long one, but yeah, so as a social commentator, update where possible, and everything. And I'm going to enjoy the rest of the sun, and I'll see you guys for another video soon. Peace.